Hi, I'm Angel Ribo with Mindalia TV, and we are here today with Michel Pascal. Hi Michel, how are you?
I am so good, thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you so much.
We're really glad to have you here today.
I am so happy, like a child, to be with you.
Thank you. Thank you. So to start the conversation, I would like to ask you a very simple question. What's that thing in your life that you are most passionate about?
Since I was a child, I was very attracted by peace. Because I was grew up in a family violent, and it was so important for me when I was a child to realize that we need peace in any situation of the life. So I was a child, and I started to sing on stage. As a singer, I was 9 years old in a big circus. And after I became professional singer in France, I was 16 years old. And so in the same time, I sing, and I was attracted by peace. After, we can say by meditation, by a spiritual life. I deeply realize so clearly that there is no life without peace. That if we are stressed, we don't live, we exist. We do many things, but we are not alive. I mean, we don't appreciate every minute of the life. So for me, since I was a child, it was so clear that to be in peace deeply, deeply every day, this is the only thing that we need in our life. And to sing on stage, so after, when I was 25 years old, I started to sing in New York with the best jazzmen of America, the musician of Pat Metheny, the musician of Carlos Santana. And a few months ago, I have recorded a duet with Myron McKinley, the music director of Earth, Wind & Fire. So it was a dream for me. When I was a child, I loved Earth, Wind & Fire. And it was incredible, of course, to record as a singer with Myron McKinley, the keyboard player and music director of Earth, Wind & Fire. And also, it's a dream to teach every day meditation. So when we talk about meditation, most of time we have the cliché of the meditation. If I say to you, Angel, what means meditation? You say, okay. It's funny, because meditation doesn't mean that at all. Before to live in America, I live in a Buddhist monastery in Himalayas during many years. And I have the chance to have published 20 books in spirituality, and one of the books was co-written by His Holiness Dalai Lama. So we know in Tibetan etymology, meditation doesn't mean at all the cliché that we have in America, the beautiful girl sitting down, face to a lake with a matcha tea and in a lotus position. So meditation in Tibetan etymology or in an authentic monastic life, it means I train my mind every day. I train my mind in my daily life. I use any situation to be more quiet, to be more present. There is not a time I need to meditate to be quiet, and a time I am stressed in my workplace or in the traffic or with my money problem or love problem. No, there is no separation. Peace, it's like oxygen. It's anytime, anywhere. So when we combine the pure acknowledge that we live in a monastery to the last discoveries in neuroscience, I have the chance to work since many years with the best neuroscientists of America. We see, when we put electrode on the brain, that after 20 days of a deep meditation, we can change our brain. So any person who is stressed or feel anxiety, any person can change the brain, so the mind, so the body. I have an amazing survey, an amazing news that I can share with you and all your followers.
Please.
I will say something to you, it's exceptional. In California, 80% of parolees, they return to jail. But at Amity Foundation, where we teach meditation for daily stress, this new approach of meditation, 80% of parolees, they never return to jail. They find a job. They rebuild a family. So it's amazing to see that for prisoners, for example, how an authentic way of meditation can change totally the life. So it's amazing to teach this new way of meditation and to see result on the manager at Google, where I teach in New York, or on the prisoners, on celebrities, on homeless, on children. So again, meditation doesn't mean the cliché, because if we are quiet in a quiet place, it's beautiful, but when you go back to your daily stress, in your workplace, in the traffic, we know we are stressed again, 1 or 2 hours after. So, because the brain has not received the neurochemical signal, I can be quiet in my daily stress. The brain has received the opposite information. I can be quiet in a quiet place. And when I go back to my job the Monday morning, for example, after the weekend, I am stressed. So now, an authentic meditation means that we use any situations of the life to be more quiet, to be more present. I see you today. I am so present to you. From my heart, I say, hello, Angel, how are you? I say hello to Eva, hello to Alfredo, who work with you, from all my heart. My mantra, it's hello, how are you? It's to be the most present that we can in any situation. So any situation, it's an exceptional teaching for each of us.
How do you keep on being on a peace mindset throughout the day, taking care of your life?
It's a wonderful question. All is a mental training. Every emotion, it's an addiction. Every emotion, it's an addiction. So if today, for example, we are stressed, tomorrow we will be more stressed. And next week and next year, and we will need to feed our addiction. In the brain, if we are stressed, we create a lot of cortisol, the hormone of the stress. And every day, we find any pretext to complain, to be grumpy, because our brain needs, like if we need drugs or alcohol, the brain needs to feed the cortisol. So it is the same thing with a positive emotion. When every day we are present, we can be in the storm of the stress, nothing changes. So when the employers, the engineers at Google, for example, are so stressed in New York, because they work 15, 17 hours per day, and the brain is overactivated. You know, when you work like that, you can't have a good sleep, because the sleep disorder are the consequence of the day. So what we do, we go in a retreat in Times Square. We don't go in a retreat in a landscape, in Hawaii. No, no, no. We go in Manhattan, in Times Square, in the heart of the storm of the stress, and we touch our soul. Because when we are able to find peace, to touch our soul, we can say to touch our spiritual dimension, to touch something that we can't explain, but that we feel after, when we go back facing the computer, we are more quiet. So, for example, in Times Square, I teach a practice. It was the first practice that I learned in my monastery. The practice is to be like a mountain. When I was, I am the disciple of Chepa Dorje Rinpoche. So you know, in Buddhism we have a Rinpoche, a master.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
one day I asked to my Rinpoche, what means meditation, Rinpoche? What does it mean? And I never forgot his answer. His answer was genius. He said, Michel, meditation doesn't exist. He says there is no meditation. It's a blah blah to talk about meditation. He said just sitting down like a mountain and you will feel all in your heart. So I have adapted the practice of the mountain, and this is exactly what we do with the stressful in the stressful situation, like in Times Square, or that we can do facing our computer or in the traffic, or when we are in the storm of a stressful situation.
And can you sit like a mountain anywhere, anytime?
Of course, I am sitting down facing you like a mountain. We can practice the mountain on a bench in the street, sitting down on our bed, in the dining room, in a restaurant, in a Starbucks, in the restroom, anytime, anywhere. We can be like a mountain.
So what kind of thoughts do you actually have to have?
We can do the practice together.
Okay.
It can be in a few, we can do 1 minute meditation. How in 1 minute, like that, we can be more quiet. So it's so simple. I snap 3 times and just we close our eyes. We are sitting down in a comfortable position. We do nothing. Just we are sitting down like a mountain. If we have some thought in our mind, we do nothing. Just we are sitting down like a mountain. And we can visualize a mountain. We can see the stability of the mountain. In our world, our brain is running all the time. We need stability. So we visualize a mountain. We see the stability of the mountain, and we breathe in mentally the stability of the mountain. We keep our breath, we keep stability in our mind, and we diffuse stability when we exhale. And we feel the stability of the mountain in all our body immediately. When we meditate like a mountain, we become a mountain. And we open our eyes slowly. How do you feel, Angel?
Really relaxed.
In 1 minute, we can be more quiet, like a mountain. So when we train like that, naturally, we want to do it again tomorrow, just 1 minute, and it becomes naturally in any situation to be more quiet, deeply quiet. And the more we are calm or quiet, the more we are active, the more we have energy. Because in America and in the world, you, me, everyone, we need to be so active, productive, intuitive. But we realize that we are educated at the opposite of the goal. We are educated to be stressed day after day. And when we are stressed, it's very painful in the brain. It's very painful in every cell of the body. We know that when we are stressed, for example, we destroy our immune system. But when we are quiet, we have more energy. We can work easier, faster, because also when we are quiet, the circulation of the oxygen in the brain is really better. All the neurochemical work really better. So we have more energy, we are more happy, we are more grateful, and every day the mind is more stable. We need stability.
I would like to ask you a little bit more about your infancy, about your childhood. How was it?
Oh, my childhood was a very good teaching because I live in a family with a lot of violence. When I was a child, it was not easy. So immediately I have the spiritual intuition to realize that we need to be quiet. I saw I was in a life with a lot of love, but also a lot of violence that I received. So it was so important for me to go to the church all the time. I was in the churches all the time, because in a church we go back to our soul. In a church we are quiet. We know in the gospel Jesus say, "Peace I leave you, my peace I give you." I love these quotes. It's really, when I listened that the first time in the church, it makes me cry. Because when Jesus talks about the peace that he lives, it's not a human peace. It's not a psychological peace. It's a divine peace. There is a moment we feel a divine peace comes, grander than ourselves, comes in our human peace. So I was fascinated by spirituality. And after I have the chance to discover Buddhism. So Buddhism, it's not a religion. As said Dalai Lama, Buddhism, it's a science of the mind. A science of our emotions. How can I be more quiet every day? How can I be more grateful every day? Me, I say all the time, the more we are kind, the more we are calm. This is the best meditation for me, to be kind. When we are stressed, if suddenly we are kind with someone, we stop. The brain is running all the time. For example, if we have money problem, if it's life is difficult with financial, what can we do? What is the best meditation when we have money problem? We go in the street and we can give $1 to an homeless, to someone in difficulty. Because at this moment, we give something to someone in difficulty, we change all our neurochemical system. Immediately we have more dopamine, more serotonin. We feel something good, we feel love. So to be kind helps us to be kind. For me, the best meditation is to give something to someone in difficulty.
You mentioned that you work with corporate clients.
a lot of. I don't like the word clients. I have no clients. I have no students. I am not a teacher. For me, there is no clients. There is no students. There is no teacher. There is an exchange of energy. We exchange because what you say, corporates, they are my teacher. When I teach for prisoners every week in Los Angeles, they are my teacher. I am very impressed by the humility of those guys. They can spend 20 years in jail. They come at the meditation session at Amity Foundation 20 minutes before the session. They arrive and they are very concentrated to change their mind. So they are my teachers. You are my teacher today. Everyone, we are the teacher of someone.
Thank you. I would like to finish our conversation today with something extremely valuable for our viewers, which is, could you give them a piece of advice how to make peace the center of their lives in an easy way when knowing that their lives are so busy and they're rushing all the time and they're influenced by so many changes? And
I think I love your questions because for me, we are fed up to give advices or to receive advices. In America, everyone gives advices. I have a dog. She can teach dogitation. She can say to someone, be quiet, do this, meditate like this, meditate like that. We are fed up of that. In this way of meditation, we don't talk, we tune the person. We give a vibration, an energy to the person to feel calmer immediately. So the answer of your question, it's at the beginning when we meditate by ourselves, we need to be guided by someone. When I say guide, we need to receive a peaceful energy from someone. My Rinpoche say all time, Michel, don't try to meditate by yourself at the beginning. And I knew when he guided me in meditation, I felt immediately peace. Just to see him helps me. So at the beginning, people can come on my website, for example, michelpascal.tv. There is a lot of videos for free because through those videos, I try to give peace to someone. So just to watch your show, I hope that the people who watch the show, they can feel peace. So, but to reply to your question, we sing. It is the reason why me, since I was a child, I was on stage. And there is a moment I discover that we can mix meditation and music. I can use my voice as a singer to help people to be less stressed immediately. I give concert in Carnegie Hall 1 year and a half ago. No music, nothing, just the voice, a cappella, to sing and to help people to be quiet immediately. So I can sing for you, I can sing for your followers to be more quiet.
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Angel.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations for what you do with
Thank
your
you.
show. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. It's Angel Vribo with Mindalia TV, and thank you very much for being here with us today.